Go again. How many teachers are in the room? Any at all? There's got to be a few. Well, I'm happy anyway, because teachers haven't got Michael Gove to deal with anymore. Okay, this is a tune called Dance With My Shadow.
I should really have done this while I was playing to kind of like get more of a gap going on with the guitar. Anyhow, this is another poem. We all use social media these days. Well, most of us. I mean, you'd have to be pretty weird not to be on Facebook these days, wouldn't you? I don't know. That's how it feels sometimes. And I sometimes wonder how useful it is or how valid it is. I don't know, it's so kind of so puerile and futile, a lot of it. I remember when I set up my profile years ago, and I didn't know anything about it, and I set up my Facebook, my timeline, put my photos on there, added a few people, and then the first status that I actually read by somebody else was it was by this girl that I knew in Liverpool, where I'm based, and she was a musician, quite a stylish person, and her band were really innovative and cool, up and coming kind of group. So it's someone that I really respected, and the first thing that I read was by this girl, and she did a 5-word post, which was, "I've just done a poo." A lot of poos happening tonight. And I looked at this and I felt like saying to her, do you actually think that I'm slightly interested in knowing that? But then it dawned on me that, yes, I was. Slightly interested in knowing that, and I realised that I'd now joined the ranks of the slightly interested, vaguely curious about the minutiae of other people's lives, mildly outraged by an issue, just enough to click on an internet petition. And never again would I be fully engaged with like a piece of art or a political issue, because I'd be forever picking at this information buffet that we now have. And yeah, so I still feel kind of ambivalent about the whole social media thing, but it helps people spread information about events. Like this event was promoted on Facebook, and whenever you see a new club night or gig happening, then obviously it gets promoted through those methods. And that relates to this next poem. This is about clubland. I'm sure a lot of you go out and debauch yourselves at night. It happens all over the country in cities, much like this one. And this is about a club night. This is called Clubland. Somebody gave me a mystery flyer, like destiny planting its word on the street, a subsonic rumble of glamorous times, building a beat on the underground vine. It's something near somewhere you probably know, and people you want to be next to will go. What's the adventure now? What's the mystique? What's that new flyer that flaps in the street? The gossip is ordered, the dance is designed, the music is mastered, the stars are aligned. What's the adventure now? What's the new sin? Cue in the cold, wanna dig the new grin. So roll up with your cackles and heels, and finally feel how the new feeling feels. Eye up the dandies like visual treats, dripping with secrets in shimmering cliques. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate yourselves. Pout like you mean it, because attitude sells. Who's the fat emperor, mixing the beats, heads looking round, better suck in those cheeks. Melting the dance floor, Soho Stella. Wants a checkout girl tonight, Barbarella. Catches the eye of librarian Clive, flashes a smile that makes his whole night. Somewhere outside, in the dark of a doorway, a feverish fumble, a fine new fellow, fighting elastic and ripping off drastic. Mother Care Mandy refuses to swallow. Back in the club, it's a messy forever, and those with a sharp pose can't keep it together, because they're pumping out tunes that your mother would know, and there's no more panic at the disco. 3 a.m. calls, and the lovers of night spew out the doors into Lucasade light. Clubland and you with a splashing of stars, leaking adrenaline onto parked cars. There's a sadly predictable casualty rate of battling couples and comatose mates. There's blood on the pavement and chips down the drain, a back that won't hide an embarrassing stain. You wake with a brain that is all disarray, and you find what you wanted is all pissed away, and you find that your mouth tastes just like an ashtray, combined with the fluids of some distant stranger who left with a whisper and now doesn't answer. Another dead number, a faded desire, now doubled over, a dog-eared flyer. Clubland opened up its cash tills turned up its bass bins, turned down its lighting, seemed so inviting, and you said yes. Thanks very much. I'm going to perfect this now. Okay, so it's been a really good night. Been some education, quite a lot of excrement. Okay, this tune's called Drifter, and this is my last one, so thanks a lot. Bathing in aqua light, birds singing out of sight. I left them all behind to roam in the deep and wide, turning away from the shore. I didn't wake up today, dream walking all the way, washed in a world of play, and I sleep talk the world away. Drifter in a sea, drifter in a sea, I'm turning away from the shore. It's only a wave evermore. From the shore, it's only a wave evermore. I heard the song again, float from a window then, stuck with a trace of doubt, just like a heart ran out. Drifter in a sea, drifter in the sea now, and I'm gonna sit by the door. It's only a wave evermore. Thanks very much for listening. I've got some CDs. If anyone wants a CD, come and see me. I'll just sit at the back. Thanks a lot.